Dealing with government departments and local councils can be a time-consuming, frustrating and costly process, particularly for those who are not familiar with all the rules and regulations that govern our daily lives. Well, you're about to meet two former public servants who've jumped the fence and are now helping others beat the same bureaucracy they once worked for.
Ask Barry Shearer and he'll tell you justice is only for the rich.
He said, what we need from you now is a cheque for $10,000. We'll put that in our trust account, and it's going to cost you between $40,000 and $50,000 all up.
Huge legal fees were the last thing Barry could afford, but there seemed like no other option after his local council decided to rezone his land, effectively cutting its value in half.
You can't get satisfaction. It doesn't matter where you go. You go to the minister, no good. You go to Robinson, who's our local MP. Yeah, fine, go and see Mr McEnroth. He's a local minister. You go and see him. What happens? You go and see the ombudsman. Yeah, you go and see him. And by the time they finish passing the buck, it's that thin there's nothing left to pass.
But at the end of the road, there was hope. Faster than any government department, more powerful than a council inspector, able to beat bungling bureaucrats with a single stroke of the pen. No job is too big or too small for the red tape busters.
Barry, how are you, mate? Good.
Jim Beck and Shane Bowering reckon they've come up with an Australian first, a service to take on government departments and local councils on behalf of people like Barry.
We're not emotionally involved, and we can go through the processes and look for the cracks in the armour from information that they've been given, and then we can try and weave a path for them.
I mean, I've tried nearly every other avenue that's been open to me, and all you keep doing is getting buck passes and brick walls. So now hopefully we'll get someone that can turn around and sort of pull a few of them bricks out and just sort of get a tunnel in which way to go.
What we need to do is have a look at what the bylaws were and assess how it affects you particularly.
Jim and Shane formed the Red Tape Busters a few months ago after spending more than 10 years in the public service.
We're still using the same skills we had in the public sector, but we've just jumped the fence and we're doing it now for the people on the other side of the fence.
We have issues that range from people in the street with dealing with local councils on decks and building of carports and dividing fence issues, to small business and companies who have got issues with government departments.
I didn't feel confident that I could deal with the issues that I knew I needed to deal with to make sure that the truck was okay.
Chris Jones runs a small concrete business which he wanted to expand across Queensland. Trouble was, his licence restricted him to work only in the Brisbane metropolitan area because the Transport Department said his truck was too heavy.
Oh yes, hello, it's Shane Bowering here from the Red Tape Busters. Just ringing in relation to Chris Jones's issue with his concrete truck.
A few phone calls later, Chris can now drive his truck all over the state, thanks to the Red Tape Busters.
Is that yet another classic example where no doesn't necessarily mean no?
Oh, exactly. We were told that no, the vehicle couldn't be given any extra weight, that it was at its legal maximum capacity. But from knowing a bit about the process and from working in that department, we were able to identify that that wasn't right, and we went somewhere else and got the result that we were after.
Across town, another case for Jim and Shane. Coral Kerr is having trouble understanding what she has to do to get sewerage connected to her block of land.
The council can give you, you call them for information and they give you a guideline, but it's getting that information that I'm finding a real hassle.
And sorting out what it all means?
And sorting it all out, yes.
If you get a letter back that you don't understand, a lot of people would give up, or if the letter comes back saying, no, we can't help you, there's nothing more the department can do, people will give up.
What's the feedback been like from government departments? Do they like you?
They don't like it because they don't like to be questioned, and I suppose they don't like at times to be accountable, and people feel uncomfortable when they're being challenged and when there's somebody on the end of the phone or writing a letter who knows the processes and can duel on a one-on-one basis with them at their level and talk the lingo with them, and they don't feel comfortable with it and they don't like it.
Jim and Shane say they'll be able to help Coral with her sewerage problem and are currently preparing a case to take to Barry Shearer's local council to resolve his zoning problem.
They've worked in the government systems. They understand the government systems and how they work or how they don't work. So with a little bit of luck, they'll know at least which direction to go and what else can be tried.
We really do seem to have a lot of people who are battlers who have got no way of fighting government, and they come to us for help.
Jim and Shane already have clients from as far away as Cairns, and with the launch of their website, are ready to take on cases from right around the country. But they're not cheap. To get the red tape busters to take on your case will set you back about $80 an hour. But Jim and Shane argue that's still much cheaper than most law firms.
Are you guys really the modern-day superheroes there battling for truth and justice for ordinary people?
Well, we'd like to think so, and that gives us a lot of satisfaction as well, battling on behalf of people that really aren't sure where to go.
Yeah, something different. Ben McCormick reporting there in Brisbane. And you can find more tips for dealing with the bureaucracy at our website. There it is, 9msn.com.au/ACA.